Hi explorers, welcome back to the channel. It's Second Explorer NZ here. Quickly an explore video, but I'm going to show you around while I do my exercise of Hamilton City while in lockdown. So lockdown August 2021, it's Thursday the 26th today. So we'll get around, have a quick look, show you different type of ghost town. One that's not good, that we shouldn't be happy or celebrating about, just so you can see it while you're all at home, staying safe. I'm doing my exercising, as I said. I live nearby. Let's get to it and check it out. Cheers. And this street here is Hood Street, Hamilton, known for all the nightclubs. The bank, bar and brasserie, currently used as a restaurant, originally formerly the BNZ for Hamilton, the Bank of New Zealand, opened in March of 1878. One of the older buildings in Hamilton, amazing in its architecture, still stands today and known to have paranormal hauntings. It is one of my favourite old buildings in Hamilton. The architecture is amazing to me. Nighttime clubbing area? Dead. Well, it should be. The former Hamilton Hotel. Constructed in 1923 and due for demolition for the new theatre that's going in its place. In this image right here, this horrible big glass box. Much rather prefer myself the original old heritage building. The former Bar 101 used to be a student club for drinking, now also due for demolition for part of the theatre. The Riff Raff statue from the Rocky Horror Picture Show, the guy that played Riff Raff was from Hamilton, hence the reason for the statue from the Rocky Horror Picture Show. The Renata Hotel in Hamilton. It's been called many things over the years, but it's currently at this time called the Renata. It's known to be one of the most actively haunted hotels in Hamilton. Google it yourself and find out. It's also among one of the older buildings in Hamilton, beautiful in architecture. Sky City Casino. Usually open 24/7, but now, at the moment, closed. You can see at the front doors there's cones and barriers, and it's closed, like a ghost town. This is one of the more older buildings in Hamilton that they haven't demolished for a change, and here's an old photo. And here's Hamilton's Garden Place, usually bustling with people, but dead and quiet, no one to be seen. And this beautiful old building here appears to be under construction. It's boarded up on the front doors and empty. And here's some not so nice looking spark boxes. And we're now approaching ahead of us the Novotel, and between that the BNZ building. If you're not familiar with Hamilton, the river just runs behind the town at the end of the street here and every other street on this side of the road on Victoria Street. Look at this guy running, not wearing his mask. Name and shame. And over here on the left we have Centre Place. It's usually bustling and busy, but it's dead and quiet and closed. This beautiful old building here is one of my favourite buildings in Hamilton. It has giant pillars that run all the way up the centre of it. Looks like a giant museum pillar or something like that. Looks like something English or American. So big and awesome in stature. There once was a beautiful old building here. You can still smell the fire. It burnt down and it had to be demolished, unfortunately. And this beautiful building over the road here, I'm not sure of its current use. It has the Quest in writing on it. I'm assuming it's probably the Quest Hotel. So another beautiful old heritage building of Hamilton. It has been used over the years as an old hotel. It's very nice to look at. And another one of my favourite buildings still here in Hamilton. This taller building here used to be the Well Networks building. I'm not sure what the use of this tall building is today. But it does have written on it MWM and lawyers. I'll take a moment just to show you this old house here. Beautiful old house that still stands today. One of the only ones left in the CBD. There's only 2 or 3 left right in the CBD. Old houses, the original from its time. And what I'll just quickly show you this. Very beautiful, cool old house. Nice gardens and trees. Full old building there. We're now heading west on London Street. This short cul-de-sac street with a beautiful house is also London Street. The main street we went down is the main street of Hamilton, Victoria Street. Heading south down, what's this, Barton Street? Yeah, Barton Street. Or Farton Street as we like to call it. The Rock Shop. Yep. That's right, for all your rock needs. Is that what they call it now, or they've probably changed names? Nope, still the Rock Shop, to my knowledge. It is. One of my next favourite shops. JB Hi-Fi. For all my favourite DVD needs. This is that beautiful building we looked at a moment ago with the big museum pillars. Awesome. Crossing the road where usually there's cars everywhere and you'd have to run for your life to cross the road. No cars. Look at Casabella Lane, which is the first time we've ever seen it shut. And is it, boy is it shut. Padlocks and all sorts here. Casabella Lane. beautiful little restaurant hub and apartments. Nice fountain feature, if you can see it at the end there.
Did you see that? They weren't wearing a mask. Naughty. And here we have the back entrance to the centre place, usually littered with people everywhere. It's completely empty. And in here, the restaurant dining area, usually full of people everywhere, also completely empty. We'll turn around. Hey mate, what are you doing? There's no food up there for you. And we'll have a look at the other parts of the CBD. And in here, this is the main car park for Centre Place, for the movie theatre, shopping centre, and all the other shops in there. It's dead, empty, and closed. Nobody in sight. And this here is Anglesey Street. The man who the street is named after also has a medical centre he started on the street, Anglesey Medical Centre. Not wearing their masks. Great. Lovely people playing their awesome music, not.
Heading through Centre Place.
Right, we're getting through Centre Place now.
Poor puppy's spooked. He's never heard such crap music before. Poor puppy. Right, the outside section of Centre Place. Michael Hill Jeweller. The movie theatre. Like a ghost town. Maybe I should make this the new season. Lockdown ghost towns of New Zealand. The only town I can feature, Hamilton. No, it's not funny, people. It's not funny at all. Carrying on. We're now on Ward Street, the section they cut out where you walk through the mall. This is Ward Street here. See right here. There's a whirly place. It's a whirly stupid name for a street. And we'll go down that really stupid street and have a look down there.
And this awesome old building here on the left may or may not have a clock tower, I can't quite remember. On the steeple there on the top does have a spire which may have had the clock on top of there, but I can't quite remember. But it is an awesome old looking building.
Pigeons there. I don't believe it's got a clock tower on there now. Garden Place, usually bustling with people. Sometimes have bands and live shows. The Hamilton Library, the colourful stripy camo looking one over there in the distance. And all our ratepayers' favourite building, of course, the Hamilton City Council.
This building is a clock tower. It has a clock on it. It no longer works. It's stuck on 12 o'clock. But it did work last time I saw it, but no longer does.
It's also for lease. Oh. The Windtake Wall, where they've recently done some art.
We're now going to head
towards our car. The little puppy here never really walked on the hard ground, and he wants me to carry him. A little bit further, mate. We'll get there. So we're nearly there.
street we're now on here is Alexandra Street. We're coming up ahead here to the intersection of Collingwood Street.
And we'll see if the camera's watching us again. It looked at us before and then looked away. No.
The puppy is extremely spooked and scared of people wearing their masks. He thinks everybody's a big scary monster with them all wearing their apocalyptic masks. Poor puppy. What a great place to just randomly park and roll a cigarette. How convenient of you. Thank you. The old Abbott Holden yard where they're constructing big towers, big tall, terrible modern looking buildings. I'm not sure of Holden's fate as they're no longer around anymore. And here is another image here of the big tall ugly structures that they're going to be building on this site. What awesome psychedelic looking artwork this is. Very trippy indeed. Looks like something you'd see on a hippie bus. Very cool looking artwork and enjoyable to look at. Well done. This is a factory where they quite often use this venue for large gigs. Used to be the Access Bar, and Devilskin do play there, and did play there when it was Access. We'll now head over to Hood Street.
Alright, now we're on Hood Street. Usually the most cranking street. Full of nightclubs, usually full of people. You usually got to drive really slowly so you don't run drunks over if you come down at night time. And we have the house on Hood. It's a very old historical building. Probably actually was once a house, I believe. I can't actually remember the history on it. I did know it once upon a time. We might just extend you up a little bit. House bar. And we go down again. Billy Mulligan's, which was the Diggers Bar. The original, the owner of Billy Mulligan's or Biddy Mulligan's used to also own Diggers Bar. He shut down Biddy's, moved into one, called it Biddy's. The original Biddy's building got burned down and it became empty, unfortunately. Not sure of the story there, whether it was looted by homeless people or vandals, or I'm not too sure. But this building is one of the older ones in CBD, and I think it used to be a hospital or doctor's facility of some sort when it opened. And I believe it was late 1800s or early 1900s. I can't quite remember. Didn't really plan a history video here. Just thought I would show you. But yeah, it's cool. Very cool building. We've basically done a loop back around to where we started, which is here at the bank. Used to be the Bank of New Zealand, and now it still is a bank by name, but it's a bank bar and bistro where you can buy yourself some drinks. It's pretty cool place, and it does have ghosts inside, and any of the staff will tell you that. Yeah. You could Google the history on that, I'd rather not say. It's a bit gruesome. But yes. And another beautiful old building over here. I believe that's the arts arts museum now, I think, or an art gallery of some sort. I believe it was the museum for a while. The new museum building's here, much larger. This is Hamilton City. COVID-19 2021, and I think it might be the 27th today. The 26th, Thursday the 26th. Come on guys, always wear your masks during a pandemic. It's important. Keep safe. Pretty sure they said they're going to dish out fines for those that don't wear their masks. But something a bit different. For those of you that don't know me, I'm the Forsaken Explorer NZ. I usually explore abandoned locations and history, ghost towns, all sorts of stuff. So just remember, please like and subscribe to the channel, comment down below, and if you do so, we'll check you out on another video. Cheers guys, over and out.